Hey guys, welcome to the Winning Evening News. It's me, Wanda D, the motivational queen. Come on in, tell a friend it's time to win. You know what day it is. It is Wednesday. Wednesday, right here inside of the Winning Evening News. And of course, this is sponsored by Wake Up Winning, that Wake Up Winning group over there on that Facebook page. And if you haven't heard, that's the place where you come and you get inspired entrepreneurs. Now, this group was designed for entrepreneurs, those inspiring to become entrepreneurs, and those supporting other entrepreneurs. So, what we do is we gather together to give each other's tips and motivation and resources of how we can continue to wake up winning in our business and also in our life. Because you know what? Your dream matters. And so if you're not a part of that group, I would just want to encourage you to go on over there to that group and definitely poke your head around and then hit the join button because we would love to have you and we want to know about you. So make sure that you tell us who you are, what you do, and why do you do what you do. And out of that group came this group. This is the Winning Evening News. And what we do is we spotlight people in the community that are making a difference, people following their dreams, people going for it. And if you are one of those people, I want you to just throw up your hand and say, me too. I'm one of those people. Because if you are one of those individuals, I want to speak to you. Yes, I want to talk to you. We want to get to know you. So before we get started, I just want to play some music from one of our there's three of us that make up the Winning Evening News. Myself, Jada Prince, and also Janelle Harris. Now, they're probably in the background working the scene, but I want to bring to you some of Jada Prince's music. He is an author, soon to be author, songwriter, and also he songwriter performer. So this is one of his songs. It's called Questions. I want you to just take a quick listen and tell me what you think. Come on in, tell a friend it's time to win. Hey, yes, if you enjoyed that song, I want you to do me a favor and put a one in the group. If you enjoyed that, put a one in the group. I do not own the rights to this music. But I do have permission to play it. This music is owned by Jada Prince. And if you enjoyed that, I want you to put a one down in the comment section and let him know that you enjoyed it. Now, you can follow him on all social media under Jada Prince. And you can also book him for any events that you have, or if you want him to write for you, he can write for you. I know he's doing something special for Valentine's Day. He's writing personalized love notes or whatever you want to call it for individuals that want to do something and give somebody something really extra special. But tonight we're here to speak to a gentleman that I had the very esteemed pleasure of first seeing him on one of my associate and friends pages, which is the a lot of you may know that I am also one of the producers and host of the I Am Enough talk show right here in Atlanta at the Status Network broadcasting studios on Manifest TV. So I was watching the Architect Wellness show with Kevin and Lotus Rashay, Kevin Thornton and Lotus Rashay, and I saw this amazing gentleman speaking, and he is Mr. Jeff Marconet. And he is also an award-winning international speaker, Make Every Second Count. He blew me away through his message, and I just had to have him come and share his story, talk to us about why he does what he does, and also for us to just be able to ask him any questions, because this whole platform is designed for us to connect with individuals that's on the move, that's making a difference, that's making an impact in the world. And I thank God for platforms like this, because it makes everything come together much easier. People aren't as far away as they once were before we had this thing called internet and social media. So, and you all know that I encourage us all to get out of our way and to utilize these platforms in a very positive way. And this is one thing that we do. So he agreed to come on here, and I'm gonna bring him up so we can dive in deep to this conversation. As I said before, he's an award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, and I'm talking about Jeff Marconet Jr. He's also the co-author of Live Your Best Life, Answer the Call. He hosts the Make Every Second Count live right here on Facebook, and I think you probably can pick that up on YouTube as well. I had the pleasure of watching a couple episodes. Brilliant person. And he's also a health and wellness coach with one of my favorite companies, which is Herbalife. So without further ado, drum roll, please. I want to hear the drum rolls, please. Drum rolls. There he is. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Not a problem. Yes. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and you're in the cold country, so you had to tell everybody. We were teasing. He said that it's about to snow. Is that right, Jeff?
No, it's already
It's
snowing.
already snowing, and I like snow, but just in your town, not in my town. So, so Jeff, before we get really deep into this, I just want you to tell the people, let them know a little bit more about yourself and what brings us to this point today that we're about to dive into.
Well, I am Jeff Martinet Jr., the award winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, and I'm all about helping other people to live their best life, make their life awesome because I'm living an awesome life and I have been through hell and back. So I know everybody else can do it too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I appreciate you for that, and I know when I heard your story, I was like, wow. And so, just to get into that a little bit more, why are you even on this platform of making every second count? I do know that when you were at the age of 17, you had a very, very bad car accident. So, you want to tell people a little bit more about that?
All right. When I was on my way to lunch one day from high school, sitting at a red light waiting for it to turn green, when it did turn green and I pulled forward, a semi decided he wasn't going to stop. And my car actually made him stop, but he
Wow.
T-boned me in the intersection. He left me with a broken neck, a fractured jaw, two broken ribs, a ruptured spleen, and a punctured lung. I had a tube in through my stomach to help me eat, a tube in through the side of my chest to reinflate my lung,
Hmm.
and I had a tube in through my neck to help me breathe, and I was actually on a ventilator for a few days. Now, my worst injury is one that it still affects me to this day. And
Hmm.
the weird thing about this injury is nobody can see this injury. This injury is a traumatic brain injury. It's like a concussion, but much
Hmm.
worse than a concussion, and it sticks with you. In fact, that is what makes me walk a little funky if you've ever seen me walk, and talk a little slow, and it sometimes makes me not come off as smart because it'll hurt me when I'm trying to think of words and stuff.
Hmm. Wow. Okay. Wow. Thank you for sharing, Ebony. You all come on in and just say hey to Jeff. Give him some hearts and some thumbs up and some love. We want to raise the vibration for sure in the group. And you all please go along and share this information. Um, Jeff, so I'm always taken back when I hear you just tell your story right there. But with the recovery part, and you say you're still going through that, the part that you just explained to us. What from when this happened at 17, what was the period of time that you had to stay in rehab or even in your recovery to get to this point that you're at now?
That's a funny question because have you ever been through therapy or
Y-
rehabilitation?
yeah, I have.
How was that?
mm, it was challenging, very very challenging.
All right, and
um
how long did you have to do it?
I had the longest I had to do therapy was probably about a year.
Yeah. All right, now times that by 18. I've been in
Wow.
physical therapy for 18 years. In
Mhm.
fact, I just had it earlier today, and I'm still going through tests, and I'm still going through all kinds of things that people don't normally have to do. And it's really challenging. And it has taken a lot to just stick with it. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give up. There's no stopping me because I was asked today about my goals in therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, for the first 7 years, I wanted all this stuff. Like I wanted to walk better. I wanted to be able to speak better. I wanted to be able to get my breath support up to par. And I wanted to do all this stuff better. But
Mm-hmm.
you see, now all I want to do is be the best me I can be. And I want to be that person to show everybody else in the world that they can do it too. That it's
Absolutely.
not impossible. That impossible means nothing, but I am possible.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I love that. I love that. I love that because in what you saying is from then till now, it's still a day to day. Uh-oh, are you seeing something?
What?
Okay. Can you
I can
the,
hear.
you can hear me? Okay, the sound was kind of like going on in and off. So what you're saying is basically the struggle is real. Like I always say, the struggle is real, and we have to make these decisions. And that's what I love about meeting you and just talking to people, because people sometimes we're so quick to give up before we even really go through something as traumatic, as somebody, and everybody is always going through something, and they deem whatever they're going through is that's their big deal. But
Yeah.
for a person like yourself to have gone through what you go through, is that what really inspires you to be such a light to other people, and having them like live like right now, make every, because that's a strong statement, make every second count.
It's really not as hard as you think it would be. If you look at make every second count and you break it down into terms and seconds, I mean, there are 86,400 seconds in a day. And that sounds like a lot. But if you check this out for a minute. All
Hmm.
right. So, every day I wake up is a great day, and I start every morning. Even before I get out of bed, I post on Facebook that I am so thankful to be given today, and I will make it a great day. So you see there, I am saying thank you. I am showing gratitude for the
Gratitude.
day. But I am also setting an intention on my life and my day.
Hmm.
And then by only taking the great things out of a day and refusing the rest, it's amazing.
Right.
And if you're so thankful to just be here for another day,
Hmm.
then how in the world are you going to complain about the little things in life? Because
Right.
you're alive. The
Right.
only thing that matters is this moment right here, right now.
That's right. That's
And
right.
you're here.
Yeah. And you now, you I know you do a lot of speaking. Who's your do you speak mainly to children or adults, or is it a combination of both?
It's a combination of both, but I have to say that like fifth grade or fourth grade through high school is those kids hold a special place in my heart, that
Okay.
I want to show them that they can live a great life, they can live their best life, and they can do it now. They don't have to wait for their future. Just because they have to go to school
Hmm.
doesn't mean you have to hate it. you can enjoy school, you can enjoy your life just by doing some simple things that I can teach you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, for our young people watching, what give us like a couple of tips that you would encourage them? What are some of the things that you would encourage them to do on a daily basis?
All right. Well, the first thing is start with giving gratitude for your day.
Mm-hmm.
And start with that sentence that I use on Facebook every morning. I am so thankful to be given today, and I will make it a great day. And then also, you should put a practice of a gratitude practice into your day. And you can do it multiple times a day. See,
Mm-hmm.
you can do it at like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just list three things you're grateful for. And it's best if you can write them down and then read them all as you keep going. But you don't have to do that. You can just say the things that you're grateful for. And then another one is you get what you look for. So, why are you going to look for the negative things in life? Why are you going to look for the negative things in life when you can be looking at great things and you can
Wow.
be looking for the positive things in life? See, I have a picture of a house that has been wiped out by a tornado,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a father and a holding a baby in front of it, and the baby is actually eating, and the guy's talking on a cell phone. And I ask kids what they see in this picture, and I hear like the devastation, the loss of life, the
Mm-hmm.
the trees are just all over the place, and there's all kinds of debris on the ground. I said, all right, that's fine. You can look that way if you want. But then I tell them, now look back at that picture. Now, if you look at it in a different way, do you see different things?
Mm-hmm.
Such as it's not raining out, the sky is blue, there's very nice clouds in the sky, the grass is green, and it looks healthy, and the dad and the kid are still alive,
Right.
and the kid is still eating. You see, you
Mm-hmm.
can see the negative in life and you can see the positive. And it's so
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, that's beautiful. When the moment you said that, I visualized that picture, and the first thing I saw was the dad standing there with the child in the hand. That's what I saw. So, and those are good rituals to help us understand that the life that we're giving every day is the most valuable part of the day. We do that's where we birth wake up winning from, because when you woke up, to wake up, we've won. It's just that some of us don't know that. And for those of us that do, like yourself, I think it's our job to remind other people of that greatness, and that start that we have every single day, that fresh start of the day, breathes in that life to give life to the day. So I really, really appreciate you for that. And I think that it's very important that we do pay attention to our children, especially because they're so overran with the whole process of getting and growing up and obtaining things, to where we all quickly forget that that sweet spot is just in the fact that we rose up that morning, to go on. So I appreciate you sharing that with me.
No,
Now I know that you've done a lot of traveling, and I think it was what in 2018 you were able to do the Speak to Nations. Can you tell us what was the most, explain what that was, and then tell us one of the things that kind of like stood out the most about that experience that you had.
Well, there were like 10 delegates that went to Guyana, South America with I Change Nations, and Ambassador Dr. Clyde Rivers and Dr. Ruben West actually went with us as well. But the whole thing was just so amazing. That we went to schools and churches, and we spoke to all kinds of people. It was insane. And they, a lot of times in this country, we end up getting a negative picture of third world countries. And yeah, while there is a lack of food, and while some of the people are struggling, they're happy. These
Mhm.
people never have anything but a smile on their face, and they might not have food. I understand, and that is horrible. Don't get me wrong, but they're happy. You never see somebody in that country complaining. You only see people that are trying, and they're happy. I cannot stress that enough. That if they can be happy and they're struggling to find food and they're struggling for other things, then in this country, how can we be anything but happy?
Right, right, right. So that was your big, just seeing what looks, maybe some people, I guess because in media they portray certain parts of the world as this, um negative type of environment. But when
Yeah.
you get over there in the culture and you see that, just that whole sense of gratitude is what you express, that kind of like just flowed through everywhere that you went to. And which is great. I think that's the beautiful part about life, because when we do have that opportunity to connect with other people, we really see that we're more alike than we are, different from each other. So that's just a great absolute, just a beautiful experience that you went through there. Jeff, how do you decide, like if somebody, because this question came to me the other day. I talked to a lot of people like yourself, and for somebody that's really sitting on the fence and they want to get started in this field of speaking, and I could just share this story. So the other day I had a conversation with someone and I said, like, how often do you, go live? And they was like, well, I want to go live, but I don't, and I want to speak, but I don't think I can because I want to do this right and that right and this right. And I know that they have this really breathing gift inside of them, and they're really, I think they're like the bomb.com. And how how what do you say to somebody that, because we know it's just a matter of doing it. It's not really, no special talents that come with just releasing our gift, is what I call it, just releasing the gift to the masses. How can you encourage somebody that wants to do what you do in the field of speaking, becoming an international speaker? What are some of the encouragements that you can share?
You need to tell people, well, not necessarily you in general, but I'm just saying that people need to know that other people in the world need their story.
Hmm.
While their story was hard for them, and I understand that it's hard for you, but your story can help so many other people at the same time as you helping yourself just by telling that story and teaching what you learned from that story. Because you see, there might be somebody else in the same city as you that has gone through the same thing, and how they got through it was something different than how you're trying to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they would share their story, then you would be able to deal with what you're dealing with easier. And then you can share your story to somebody else. And
Absolutely.
the whole world is just, it's, I can't think of the word. Is it synergy?
Synergy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We're feeding off of one another. It's
yeah,
like because and that's that's so on point. And that's what I really feel like, like God put us here to help each other, because it's all about the things that have happened to us and how we responded and what do we learn from it and what are we going to do with the information. So you decided to take your gift and help other people realize that they too have a gift and a story that they can tell or share, or even, not everyone is is meant for to be a speaker, but everybody has something, and we all have something to contribute. And um I like the fact that you're that pusher of pushing people out of their comfort zone and into the light, so to speak.
yeah.
So what is, and I do know that now this was, I was kind of, I smiled really big when I saw that you were also a health and wellness coach, distributing the Herbalife products. How long have you been involved with that company?
Well, I'm not really a health and wellness coach
Okay.
anymore. But I still use the products religiously because
Hmm.
that is what showed me that I could do this when I was attending all the Herbalife events all the time. And I would always fall in love with the personal development section.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
like, wow, I could do that.
Hmm.
And as Les Brown says, when I got to the parking lot, the voices in my head were like, "How, man? How are
How
you
can
gonna
you?
do this? You don't have the money. You don't have the talent. You don't have the gifts to pull this off." And I'm like, okay. And it took a while for me to get it through my head that I was actually going to try to do that. And
Mhm.
I was not going to listen to those voices in the back of my head. I tell people all the time, and I know this is not pertaining to this question,
That's
but
okay.
that take it from me, somebody that has gone through something that nearly killed them, that you can live your best life.
Mhm.
You can do all this stuff in the world. Just you just have to set your mind to it and go for it. You can't listen to the voices in the back of your head. You can't listen to the people that are saying that you can't do it because they tried it and it didn't work for them. So it's definitely not going to work for you. No, don't
Mhm.
listen to those people.
Mhm.
If I would have listened to those people 18 years ago, I would probably be in a nursing home right now. I would
Mhm.
probably still be in a hospital bed or in a wheelchair and not walking, not able to do things on my own, not living independently, still
Mhm.
waiting on people to wipe my butt.
That's right. That's right.
And I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to listen to the people that said it was going to be like that for the rest of my life. I didn't want to listen to anybody that said I couldn't do it, because you see, I knew I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
other people need to know that they
can do it
too.
Yes, that's good stuff. I want to read some of the comments that we got, and also, but before I say that, um, you know, we have a joke and we say they, who are they and who are those people? You know, those are the people, those are the distractions, but we have to always push past that. And I just want to thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Elliott, for coming in, and Ebony is watching. And Ebony said that you have inspired her. She said, you inspired me to take what I'm supposed to do a step further. I don't have an excuse. And I know, Ebony, we celebrated her launching her business last Thursday. She launched a new business, and she was also dealing with some health situations in her life. So and that's what this is really all about. Jeremy's watching, and Jeremy said, beautiful. So, you know, you're getting a lot of positive feedbacks, and a lot of the people, I can't really see the names, but I just want to thank everybody for watching. And if this is good stuff, say good stuff. And also make sure, you know, you reach out to Jeff, get in touch with him. I put his website up here. You can follow him, because, and then to bring us back into this conversation, Jeff, I know that you talk about this 18-year journey of recovering and still going through physical therapy and still dealing with these issues that you have, you know, each and every day. There was a point that people said that you wouldn't walk, that you wouldn't, you know, get off and be where you are here. So you've like proven everybody wrong, and you keep proving them wrong. When you heard that, oh, you won't walk, what was the things that went through your mind? Because then I know it was like, oh no, I'm not only gonna walk, but I'm gonna start running.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
It was basically just like, shut up, go get out of here. I don't want to listen to this crap. Because you see, before my accident, I used to play basketball, baseball, soccer, football, roller hockey. I played all kinds of stuff. I rode BMX, and I don't care what the weather was like outside. I rode 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we even would travel to bigger cities on the weekends and ride downtown in the cities and ride like in skate parks and stuff. And I had all these abilities, and then all of a sudden that was gone, and I no longer had the abilities to use my arms and use my legs correctly. I no longer had the ability to talk correctly. I no longer had the ability to sit up correctly. And that was hard. And I didn't like people being negative around me.
Right.
And I didn't like people telling me, no, you're not going to be able to do that. Because it was like I believed in myself. And I think my background in sports really helped me. Because it taught me that I need to be driven, that I'm going to fall down, but you have to get back up.
Yeah.
You know, Les Brown says, if you're going to fall down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up,
you can get up.
and that is so true.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't stay down.
Absolutely. I just thank you for that. And everybody said good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. That because that's so true. We're all gonna fall down. And I just like to add, when we fall back and we can look up, we can get up, and then we can get up fast. So the recovery, it's all about the recovery. We can accept getting knocked down, but it's all about how fast are we willing to get up, So you show us through the way that you live, because every time I hear you, every time I see your videos, it's always positive. It's always encouraging, So I just thank you for that so much. I really, really thank you for that. What's next? What's coming up? What's coming up for Jeff?
Well, in March, I will be speaking in Topeka, Kansas at
Topeka.
it's a day of student empowerment, resilience, and suicide prevention that
Wow.
I will be speaking there. And then I believe I'm going to do a separate event at the hospital one night around that time. So I'm excited about that. But I am also excited that I have the opportunity, which I am going to take, to go to Kenya, Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And I am super pumped up about that. Just to see elephants and lions and tigers. Oh my!
Don't say bears.
No, no bears in Africa.
Okay. So when are y'all going to Kenya?
Yeah, we're going late in July,
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. Just keep spreading the word, keep doing what you're doing. And I do know that we can call on you here locally for, you will speak inside of the country as well as outside of the country.
Oh yeah, I would love to speak inside the country anywhere. If anybody knows of any place that I should go and talk to, or you can hook me up with the right people, then let me know, because I would so appreciate it, and I would so love to share my story to anybody that will listen.
That's right. Anybody that will listen and get inspired. Let me see. We have some comments. Just some oh my. Jeremy said tigers and bears. Oh my.
Oh,
That's what I first heard too. And everybody's saying congratulations, Jeff. Congratulations. So how now I have your website. You want to tell everybody also how to get in touch with you, like on the social media platforms?
yeah, I can do that. Thank you for the opportunity to do that. So
Absolutely.
you can actually reach me on Facebook at Jeff Markinet Jr. or facebook.com/Jeffy, Jefi Junior Jr. And then you can find me on Instagram at Jeff Markinet Jr. I don't know my address there.
Okay. No problem.
And
And I have your website up here so they can go to your website, kind of, poke their heads around there,
yeah,
download your bio is on there. A lot of great stuff is on there for people to be able to connect more with you. And I just want to make a few announcements right quick, Jeff. Don't just sit tight, don't go anywhere, because
yes,
I do want you to leave us with some last words. I just want to remind everybody that we have a conference coming up here March the 28th at the Miami Convention Center, 100 Successful Women in Business Award Conference and Expo. That's March the 28th. And you can go to that website, www.100swb.com, if you want to be a part of that. I know our teammate Janelle, she's going to be one of the hosts at this event. So please, if you're in that Miami area, reach out and get more information from Janelle. And also we have an event coming up April the 18th. This is called the Study Hall, and this is Teens Against Bullying, April the 18th. Jeff, if you're in Atlanta, we would love for you to come and speak to the kids if you can, if you're in Atlanta, to just share your story, because we know that there's this, this cruel thing called bullying going on right now. And it's really affecting our children to the point that they want to take their life, and just a lot of stuff going on. And I really feel like we're trying to do something positive to shine a light on the situation, but also to break the cycle of this bullying, to we know that hurt people. So we're trying to get to the root cause. And this play is being under the tutelage of Shawnee D. Sanders, which she is overseeing the children in this play. So they're really doing the writing, and they're going to be directing and all this other kind of great stuff. And this is actually on that particular weekend. It's going to be a study hall weekend, Teens Against Bullying weekend, because they actually kick off that weekend on the 17th at the state capitol building, and then they go to the that's the April the 17th at the state capitol building. Then they go to Study Hall, the play, on the 18th, and then they wrap it up on the I Am Enough talk show on the following day, on that Sunday. And that's the cast and crew will be coming in and speaking about what their experience was like in that. And this coming Sunday, we have the I Am Enough talk show, which is every first and third Sunday. This Sunday, we're featuring the women in business, along with our chef and our co-host, Shimia Hill Burton, and Chef Antonio L. Smith. He will be in the building as well. Don't know what he's going to be preparing for us, but we're excited to taste the food. Yes and yes. And anybody that's interested in being on the Winning Evening News, all you have to do is just send us an email to the Winning Evening News right here, and we meet every Wednesday on Facebook right here inside of the Winning Evening News group. Now, Jeff.
Yes.
I want you to leave our audience with something encouraging, something very powerful. What you said to me, though, before you do that, what you said was personal development, and that kind of rung out in my head the most, like a bell that went off, because I know that once we tap into personal development, all of those kind of doubts will kind of like be pushed aside, and getting aligned to this month. We're talking about the power of relationships. So when we get together and we create this synergy, and we're helping everybody understand that, hey, we have this vault of information in community that we can touch and we can tackle, and we can just help take everybody to whatever levels they're trying to get to. It comes with self-development. We have to be paying attention to what we're doing and how we internalize it and how we're feeling about stuff. So I just want you to leave us with some last words, and also, again, tell them about Make Every Second Count, and when you come on, and how to watch and follow you on that show and on that platform as well.
All right. Well, okay. There's quite a bit in there, but all right. So first of all, to watch Make Every Second Count live, you can either follow me on Facebook or be in my Make Every Second Count movement group, and those are good ways. And then I also share it to a plethora of other groups. In fact, I get in trouble at times for sharing it too much in other groups. But oh well, you only live once. But then final words of encouragement. Let me think. I'm trying to come up with something good. All right. So you don't want to go through what I've been through. And I'm glad that it was me that went through what I went through, because you see, I believe I was strong enough to deal with this. And
Wow.
I don't know that other people would be strong enough to deal with it. I don't know that other people would have the courage to step out there on that ledge and tell people that, hey, I almost died, and this is what I learned. And I'm not saying other people don't have that power. And I'm not trying to tell you that you're not as strong as me, because most of you are as strong as me. But you have to actually take that and harness that energy and put that energy back into yourself. And by doing that, you can create something inside yourself, something that just pumps right here, and it's called your heart. You can
Mm,
make your heart stronger by reinforcing your thoughts and your mind, reinforcing the abilities that you do have. Just because you might not be able to do something doesn't mean you can't do something else. So this is my final message, that you guys get one chance at life, just one. So
mhm.
why are you wasting it? Look, I say that everybody out there needs to do me a favor, including you, Wanda.
Mhm.
You need to make every second count.
Absolutely.
Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life.
That's
Hey,
right.
thank you guys, and you have a great evening.
Well, thank you too, Jeff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all give it up for Jeff. Give him some hand claps. Give him some thumbs up, some heart, some love. Let's raise the vibration while we take it out for tonight, Jeff. I want to thank you so much. You have really inspired myself and our viewers. You guys, y'all can always do a watch party after this ends. If you come through later or at the end, you can hit a replay so we know that you came by to check it out, and also make sure that you invite and watch or do a watch party and invite people to watch this again. This is some powerful information, one of hope and great encouragement. So if there's any dreams that you're sitting on, please take those dreams off the shelf, get up off your butt, and take action on your life, because as just Jeff's just said to us, make every second count, because we only have one life to live. Thank you so much, Jeff. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in person, hanging out with you soon. I just thank you and appreciate you. And thank everybody for joining us tonight. And we'll see you next Wednesday on the Winning Evening News. Ta ta. Bye for now. And we love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Peace.